From being named a Heisman finalist to being a throwback superstar.
Rookie of the year is Family Ties, CJ Stroud.
These are the top 10 things you didn't know about CJ Stroud. From his standout college career at Ohio State to his arrival in the NFL, Stroud has shown flashes of greatness. But behind his cannon of an arm, his cool demeanor under pressure, and his impeccable ability to read defenses is a story full of struggle, triumph, and little-known facts that will leave you rooting for him even more. Believe it or not, CJ Stroud wasn't always the vocal leader you see on the field. In fact, during his earlier years, he was quiet, shy kid who let his play do all the talking. Growing up in Rancho Cucamonga, California, Stroud kept his head down and focused on his goals. His father, Coleridge Bernard Stroud III, received a 38-year-to-life sentence after pleading guilty to kidnapping, carjacking, and robbery in connection with a drug-related incident. As soon as 2023, his father had been incarcerated and is serving his sentence in Folsom State Prison near Sacramento. The incarceration sent the Stroud family into severe financial debt. While he dreamed of being an NFL quarterback, those dreams felt far off during his high school years at Rancho Cucamonga High School. Stroud didn't start as a #1 guy. In fact, for much of his sophomore year, he rode the bench. But this was the turning point for him. Fueled by doubt, Stroud worked harder than ever. Speaking of catching attention, Stroud wasn't the top choice for many big-name programs earlier in his recruitment. Even Ohio State, the school that ultimately gave him his big break, didn't send an offer his way until much later in the process. In fact, he wasn't considered the Buckeyes' first choice. Stroud's recruitment didn't pick up steam until the Elite 11 quarterback competition in 2019, a showcase event where top quarterbacks compete. At that point, Stroud was still uncommitted, but after winning the MVP of the competition, things changed quick. His impressive showing in the 7-on-7 tournament helped him rise in the rankings and catch the eye of college recruiters. Ohio State came calling, and in December 2019, he signed with the Buckeyes, marking the beginning of what would become a legendary college career. Crazy how some things can come full circle. CJ Stroud isn't like many quarterbacks. On September 2nd, 2021, in his first start for Ohio State, Stroud faced off against Minnesota. The expectations were sky high, and while he struggled a bit in the first half, he quickly settled in. Stroud threw for 294 yards and 4 touchdowns in a thrilling 45-31 victory, instantly showing the world that he wasn't just another quarterback in a long line of Ohio State passers. He was something special. By the end of the season, he had thrown for 4,435 yards, setting a Big Ten freshman record and earning first-team All-Big Ten honors. For a quarterback's debut, that's one hell of a record. At one point, CJ Stroud's football journey nearly came to an early end. In high school, Stroud considered quitting football altogether due to personal struggles and the immense pressure of balancing academics, athletics, and life at home. Raised by his single mother, money was tight, and at times, football seemed like more of a distraction than a future. But Stroud's mother, Kim, reminded him that hard work and perseverance would pay off. It was his mother's words that pushed him to keep going, and the world is better for it. Without Kim Stroud's belief in her son, the football world might not have experienced the greatness of CJ Stroud. In 2022, Stroud came heartbreakingly close to claiming the Heisman Trophy, college football's most prestigious individual award. That season, Stroud threw for 3,688 yards, 41 touchdowns, and led Ohio State to the college football playoff. His performance in several marquee games, like his 6-touchdown performance against Michigan State on November 20th, 2021, had fans and analysts singing his praises. He was named a Heisman finalist for the second consecutive year in 2022, finishing third behind Caleb Williams. Though he didn't win, Stroud's stellar play had cemented his place in the pantheon of great Ohio State quarterbacks. Perhaps one of Stroud's finest performances came during the Rose Bowl on January 1st, 2022 against the Utah Utes. With Ohio State trailing for most of the game, Stroud put the team on his back, orchestrating a comeback for the ages. He threw for a mind-boggling 573 yards and 6 touchdowns, setting a Rose Bowl record for passing yards in a single game. Ohio State won 48-45 thanks to Stroud's heroics and a miraculous performance from wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba. That Rose Bowl wasn't just a win, it was a reminder that no game was out of reach as long as Stroud was leading the charge. Some might say CJ Stroud has just started to set his foot on the playing field. But what they don't realize is that Stroud's performance isn't like most of NFL youngsters. He is the youngest starting quarterback to win a playoff game. 22 years, 3 months, and 10 days to be exact. CJ Stroud has never been shy about sharing what's most important to him, his faith and his family. Stroud frequently credits God for guiding him through the ups and downs of his career, from the difficult moments to the victories. Raised in a Christian household, Stroud says that his faith grounds him and keeps him focused on what really matters, even amid the frenzy of football fame. And then there's his family. Stroud is extremely close to his siblings and his mother. The sacrifices she made working multiple jobs to make ends meet motivated him to keep going. Even when the road was tough, Stroud has said many times that everything he does is to repay his mother for everything she gave. The night of the 2023 NFL Draft was one filled with nerves, excitement, and a bit of uncertainty for Stroud. While he was considered one of the top quarterback prospects, questions about his decision-making and mechanics in high-pressure situations caused some speculation that he might slide down the draft board. But as the night progressed, the Houston Texans made the move, selecting Stroud with the 2nd overall pick. Tears streamed down his face as he hugged his mother. For Stroud, that moment was just about becoming an NFL player. It was the culmination of years of hard work, faith, and sacrifice. It was the beginning of what everyone hopes will be a stellar professional career. Fast forward to September 10th, 2023, when Stroud made his NFL debut with the Houston Texans against the Baltimore Ravens. Though the Texans fell 25-9, Stroud showed flashes of brilliance, completing passes for 242 yards. The stats might not have jumped off the page, but the poise, control, and leadership demonstrated were undeniable. As Stroud adjusted to the speed and complexity of the NFL, the fans saw something special. Here was a player who was unafraid of the moment, a young man who had faced adversity at every turn but had always come out stronger. Stroud wasn't just a rookie quarterback, he was the future of a franchise in need of a leader. He's faced his share of struggles on and off the field, but has always met them with determination, faith, and an unwavering belief in himself. As we watch Stroud's NFL career unfold, it's clear that his story is far from over. Whether it's breaking records, leading improbable comebacks, and showing kindness and humanity off the field, his story was just getting started. And if his past is any indication, his legacy might be something the world will remember for years to come. What are your thoughts about CJ Stroud? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new to this channel, click on that bell icon to be notified about our latest video. And as always, stay tuned with NFL Insider.